Some people say freedom is a chaotic, unruly thing, but they're wrong. Freedom can be very orderly, even regimented. The discipline of freedom is something we all must learn, not just in theory, but in practice. Freedom isn't free. It requires work. Think of the most precious freedoms we enjoy: the right to speak, the right to worship, the right to assemble. All of these were won by people who exercised self-discipline. They did the hard work of organizing, of persuading, of sacrificing their time and their energy for a greater cause. And then they passed those freedoms on to us. We didn't earn them. We didn't deserve them more than anyone else. They were given to us freely. But now it's our turn to do the work to keep them alive and to make sure that they're available for the next generation. We live in an age of instant gratification. Everything is at our fingertips. If we want to watch a movie, if we want to find out what's happening halfway around the world, if we want to buy something we don't need, it's a click or a swipe away. In this environment, the discipline of freedom becomes more important every day. Because when we exercise self-discipline, we are in effect choosing one thing and saying no to 1,000 others. We are deciding that the long-term benefits of a good reputation or strong character or financial security are worth more than the immediate pleasure of a bad decision. And yet we live in an age of distraction. We have more opportunities than ever before to fritter away our time, our energy, our money. There's always something more urgent, something more entertaining, something more profitable in the short term than doing the work that will make us truly free. We have to relearn the discipline of freedom because so many of us have forgotten what it means to delay gratification. When was the last time you said no to something that you really wanted? When was the last time you chose to work when you would rather have played? When was the last time you put your long-term interests ahead of your immediate desires? These are the moments when we exercise the discipline of freedom. These are the moments when we make the future worth living for. We know from experience that the discipline of freedom works. Every successful person you know, every worthy cause you can name, they are the result of people exercising the discipline of freedom. It's not easy to be free, but it's the only way to live. Our nation was built by people who, despite having every reason to believe otherwise, held on to the belief that liberty could endure. Our Constitution was written by men who, after years of struggle, could see the possibility of a new kind of government based on the consent of the governed. Our country was built by people who faced hardship and privation, who crossed an unsettled continent, who built homes in the wilderness, who tamed the frontier. They did it because they believed in the promise of America. They believed in the discipline of freedom. We've had 246 years to hone our skills at self-government. We've learned how to balance competing interests. We've learned how to compromise without surrendering our principles. We've learned how to govern ourselves. But we can't take this for granted. We have to pass these skills down to the next generation. We have to teach them how to be free. And that starts with teaching them the discipline of freedom, the ability to delay gratification, the willingness to sacrifice now for the sake of a greater good, the courage to say no to the crowd, the strength to stand alone if necessary in defense of liberty. This is what it means to be an American. This is the legacy we must pass on. And it begins with each of us learning the discipline of freedom.